We have a question here from a Mrs. Morag O'Sullivan, who played golf at Augusta and scored par with a mulligan. Does the Oprah Winfrey 69th birthday celebration snub indicate that you are being dropped by the Hollywood elite? Look, it wasn't even her birthday. It was a 25th anniversary of some thingy. And, you know, it was happened to fall around her birthday, so they gave her a cake. Yeah, but that's it. You know, it wasn't her birthday. It wasn't her birthday. No way. You know, it wasn't her birthday, like her official birthday. It was more like, you know, it's an anniversary thingy. You know, you're learning Harry's keen way with words. The important thing to remember, my dear Dr. Jackson, is that it wasn't her actual birthday, so it wasn't a snub. Yeah. Oh, right. So did you enjoy her actual party? What do you mean? That didn't seem a particularly difficult question. Well, the boundaries of difficulty are different for different people. Indeed. Well, you say that you weren't snubbed by Oprah for her birthday celebrations because it wasn't her official birthday party, which is an argument that I read in an article in Cosmopolitan magazine too. Although I say argument and I say article, it was so poorly written, perhaps it was neither. So the question I'm asking you is, what was her actual birthday party like, and did you enjoy it? Yeah, well, like, we can't actually, like, answer that question because we weren't, like, you know, in attendance. We weren't in attendance, so to speak, but, you know, maybe she hasn't had it yet, you know? Maybe there's an invite in the mail or waiting for us when we get home. Well, that doesn't seem likely. Yeah, no, it doesn't, Harry. Really? Well, I expected an invite. I mean, we invited her to our wedding. Look, maybe she's just having, like, you know, a quiet do, right? Well, I don't care. I want to be there. I mean, we invited her to our wedding and we hadn't even met her. Least she can do is have us over for a couple of rounds of pass the parcel. That did seem like a strange thing to do. Invite someone to your wedding that you'd never met, whilst simultaneously omitting most members of your immediate family. Yeah. Oh, I wish we hadn't now. I mean, where's the loyalty? Where's the friendship? I mean, this hurts. I mean, this has hurt us. Meghan, perhaps we should make another docuseries about her treachery too. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help our popularity, Harry. Although, it might be one hell of an earner. Well, whilst you fantasize about future wads of money you might be able to strip from the bone of public interest, have you considered that your loose-lipped tattletaling about everything you saw and heard and experienced whilst active members of the monarchy might have put off these possibly sleazy friends from having you around in case you do exactly the same to them? I mean, they wouldn't have anything to fear, you know, as long as they don't emotionally wound us. Moreover, do you think that Oprah may be a bit peeved that you strongly implied in your interview with her that the royal family were racist, only to backtrack completely and say that they weren't racist and just had unconscious bias in your most recent round of interviews, Harry? Yeah, I'm starting to think Oprah might be racist. Samantha Markle had an interesting take on why you didn't invite nearly any members of your family to your wedding back in 2018, choosing instead to invite a host of repulsive celebrities that you'd never met. Oh yeah, what did she have to say? Rabbiting on, I no doubt. Hey, Harry, don't be sexist. And besides, she's my family. She claimed that you were unable to invite your family because you've told so many different lies to different members of your family and about different members of your family that you couldn't possibly risk them being in the same room together and discovering the web of fraudulence that you've spun. Well, Samantha knows a little bit about lying herself, because that there is a lie. A disgusting lie. My Meghan is a parallelogram of truth. Paragon. Well, I was in the ballpark. Look, Samantha's got her issues and problems, and I have a lot of compassion for her for that. But, you know, this is a perfect example of why I couldn't invite her to the wedding and people of my family, because They're just, very jealous of me and my success. And, I can't risk them lashing out with another unprovoked attack, just like this one. Oh, my poor little baby sugar dumpling with whipped cream and marshmallows on top. Ah. Right, although she does posit this argument in a very convincing and forthright way. Yeah, she's always been forthright. Unlike you, Meghan, who shies away from expressing her feelings, like when you first met Harry's friends and decided to confront them on their choice of language and inappropriate jokes. You can't choke the woke. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to sit there and listen to it, so I corrected them. Yes, and without a moment's concern about how it might make Harry look to his friends. Yeah, no, of course not, but the media try to turn that against me as well. My poor little salted caramel cheesecake honeycomb centre. You're making me hungry, Harry. Yeah, but he's making me sick. But you must admit you've been flying very close to the sun with the stream of blatant mistruths you've uttered since arriving on the world scene, making Samantha Markle's claim that you're scared of tripping over the litany of lies you've told if your family all get together very possible and convincing from an outside perspective. That's not it at all. There were just so many reasons why, I couldn't invite them. They're just using their connection to her to try and get themselves famous. And besides, this is not all about only Meghan's family, Yeah, she has to be careful that all the lies she told my family didn't come out if her lot turned up and started, hobnobbing with tipsy royals. You were both spotted at Ellen DeGeneres' wedding vow reunion celebration recently. What, the one that coincided with her wife Portia de Rossi's 50th birthday? Well, obviously. We haven't been to two. I was just checking. Oh, it was a very moving event, you could really feel the bounteous love, cascading between the two. It sort of gave off this champagne-like fizziness and bubbles, which, really affected and touched everyone that was there. Yeah, I was touched, on more than one occasion. Police never caught him. And, oh my God, Kris Jenner. Do you know Kris Jenner? She's one of those awful Kardashian creatures. Yeah, she officiated the service. Oh yeah, she added a bit of class, a bit of substance to the whole affair. It was just so beautiful, right? Just so right. It was just, I thought to myself, this is everything that I want to be involved in. There isn't anything more pure and more wholesome than this. This is the future. This is what the future we envisage. This is where we're aiming, right? Yeah, I have to agree with my Meghan. Shocker. There is nothing more wonderful than seeing two good old birds finally tying the knot. Well, as a point of fact, they weren't tying the knot. The knot had already been tied, so to speak. Okay then, retying the knot. Oh, Meghan, actually, that's what we should do. We should renew our vows. Oh, lovely. What? Yeah, retie the knot until it gets tighter and tighter and it's so tight that you can never leave. Yeah. How sweet. Oh, I want to hear you say it, Meghan. Yeah, okay. I too want to retighten the knot, tighter and tighter until you can't breathe. What? Well, it certainly was a saccharine love fest. Ellen said of her wife, "I love you, I adore you, and I would not be on this earth without you. You save me every day." Oh my God, it really is so beautiful. No, I'm sure it is, although it's strangely incomprehensible to me. You've probably got unconscious bias, Cobalt. Yeah, very common these days, unfortunately. Right, okay. It's just the "you save me every day" comment. What does that mean? No one knows. And that's the beauty of it. The modern world is entirely incomprehensible, Cobalt. Beautifully incomprehensible. Oh, utterly incomprehensible. The Tories had 17 different leaders in 3 weeks. I mean, male rapists are being sent to female prisons in Scotland. And Rachel Ragland here is a duchess.
Just going to cut away from the video for one moment to ask, would you mind contributing to the channel using the links in the description box below? Even if it's only for, I don't know, 99.99 cents. Thank you.
Hello there. My name's Arthur Covington-Smythe. I'm a world-famous translator. I can translate anything. Italian into Russian, Austrian into Aramaic, and guttural noises into common English. Just take a look.
How did that make you feel?
I don't have words for it, I just have sounds. Perhaps you can just transcribe, the meaning of these sounds. It's like
Yes, this translates to, it is deeply unfair that things are not going my way. And because I do not have a suitable enough grasp of the English language to express it, I will pretend that I am ascending language, when really I am making a spectacle of myself. Kaka literally translates to help me. Although there is a paradoxical duality here. He is also puffed up like a proud and powerful male, as though reveling in his professed weakness. It's a textbook cry for help from someone who thinks he should be praised for admitting he needs help. Very interesting. A crescendo indeed. This means precisely what I want to the point of instability. Prepared to say many different things, none of which are mushrooms necessarily foraged from the forests of truthfulness. What Harry is saying here is that he fears he is being poached like an elephant, and that after his valuable tusks are ripped out, his ivoryless body will be left to rot on the baking savannas.
Don't be so stupid, Harry. You're embarrassing us.
Now, Meghan switches back to the common tongue when wanting Harry to get off of this subject. You can make of that what you will. I've been Arthur Covington-Smythe. Join me again soon.
The reason I'm here today, Godfather, is because I've been doing some, soul searching and retracing my steps, through the past. And I've come to some really interesting conclusions. Things haven't always gone well. They haven't always gone perfectly as I would like them to. I feel like an inexperienced, beautiful princess trapped inside like a dungeon of royal tradition.
Who are you?
Yeah, so I've made mistakes, probably, whatever. But some of my judgments have been a bit off, probably sometimes, probably because of pressure, something excusable. And, but perhaps even my judgments and my behavior towards others hasn't been as pure-hearted and as kind as I would demand for everybody else to behave.
It's a common occurrence.
Yeah, I've had a bit of anger at times, I think. A little bit of anger, a little bit of, calculated and calculating rage.
So you've come to a conclusion that the effects of your bad behavior include an unsettled feeling inside.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes I've got to sit in the lotus position, and literally drink 7 vegan chai lattes and eat a whole avocado, stone and all, before I can get any semblance of balance back in my life.
You're actually very fortunate to be thinking this way. I've met you on many occasions, but never did I assume that somebody as repugnant as you would ever achieve such insight. It seems I was wrong.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just needed to properly, acknowledge what was going on in my soul, right? You know, I needed to try and reconcile these dissonant wavelengths that I'm receiving, like constantly, right?
I'm starting to lose my optimism on where this is going.
Yeah, and then I realized, the people who hate me, who dislike me, who are angry at me, and who are hurt by what they perceive to be discourteous behavior, from me. These people, they're wrong. Yeah, which completely invalidates the idea, the suggestion that I should learn from my mistakes, because on closer reflection, I find out I haven't made any. None at all.
It's almost incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, so what I'm looking for from you is maybe just like a complete airbrush of my history, any negative history I've got, or negative facts and things that actually happened, but just get rid of them. Anything that's damaging to my the current appraisal of me. Anything that's at the moment damaging my good name.
You don't know me very well, do you, Miss?
Well, it would normally be Mrs. Markle, but I think we know each other well enough now to call me, Meghan. Hi.
Okay, Rachel. You don't know me very well, do you? Because even if I could disinfect your past, I wouldn't do so.
Well, what if I made it worth your while?
No, don't speak. There's nothing I want from you. There's nothing you can offer me. One of the main advantages of living a life of shadowy ethics like I do is that I never need to be corrupted by low-caliber individuals such as yourself. I believe in second chances. I believe in forgiveness. I also believe in pride and honor. If you've made no mistakes, if you're happy with your actions, then embrace them. Embrace your history. Own it.
Yeah, but they make me look bad.
What did I just say about speaking? And who does it make you look bad to? To hell with them. If you're happy with your actions, then be proud. In the words of Tywin Lannister, the lion does not concern himself with the opinions of the sheep.
Oh, yeah, agreed. I mean, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about my family, let alone critics. But what I'm saying is, I've been introspecting a lot recently, done a lot of introspectification, and I'm starting to think maybe it's just holding me back a little.
Oh, then you have another option.
Yeah?
Realize your mistakes and correct your behavior. Denounce actions you feel shame from. Assume a more modest stance in terms of your weaknesses. Earn forgiveness and improve for the future.
You must be joking.
I'm not much of a joker. But these are your options. Uphold the appalling standards of your past behavior. Then live with the consequences.
Yeah, I'll be disliked.
Exactly. Or you can recognize your weaknesses. Humble yourself beneath the marquee of self-improvement. But there is no middle ground.
Yeah, but there's always another way.
Not one that wouldn't make your dilemma even worse. This is a product, a symptom of modern society. They want to eat fast food but remain healthy on the inside. They want to lie on the couch all day but remain at the peak of physical fitness.
Yeah, I know. They've got to try yoga.
My point is that there is no magic pill that can satisfy an unbalanced equation. Nature and reality are they're stubborn, They harmonize themselves. No point in complaining about it. It can't be fought against. It must just be observed, understood, and respected.
You sound a lot like my mindfulness coach, Kevin, with a C.
Thanks.
Yeah, and he also says that I'm fabulous and that I should just carry on going, and that the world should, learn to accept it, That's the key of true, healthy mindfulness. Making sure that other people accept you.
It would appear that Kevin and I do not overlap on all of our opinions. But if you'll excuse me, I have some correspondence that I need to attend to.
Oh, right.
Even though many of your actions can only be described as fraudulent and despicable, you've always been a very respectful guest to my wife and family. So I thank you for coming to my house today. And Luca Brazzi will show you out.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, Harry will be in to see you soon, so.
I'm counting the minutes.
Bye.
Clemenza, bring me some Victoria sponge cake. I need to get this taste out of my mouth.
I'm sure you've heard, Godfather. I've got this new book coming out early next year.
Congratulations.
Don't speak too soon, Don Corelone. Godfather. You only know what I've gone and done, don't you?
I still can't get over the idea of you writing a book.
Well, writing is a strong word. Anyway, you know what I've gone and done, don't you? I've really gone to town on people in this book. I mean, really gone to town on them. Passive-aggressively, mainly, but sometimes just full-blown aggression, It was the only way we could secure such an excellent contract.
What do you mean, people?
Oh, come on, Godfather. I mean, where have you been? In a cave, with your eyes closed and fingers in your ears for the last, 5 years?
No, Harry. I just don't find the trials and tribulations of you and your lovely wife worthy of my interest.
Whew. Hashtag just saying. I've gone hard at my family, who happen to be royal.
So why have you come to me? What exactly is it that I can do to help you?
But I'm not sure that you're fully following this correctly, Godfather. I've really gone, hell for leather in this book. It's going to cause shockwaves. And now I'm regretting it. Really regretting it. I'm even concerned that if this carries on, I'm going to start losing my hair.
It's what happens when you're in your 40s.
But I'm 38.
How is it exactly that I can help you?
Well, I've got this idea, I've been thinking this through with all of my brain power for days now.
It must be foolproof.
Well, I want you to ask your, what's the polite way of saying this? Your goons.
That's probably one of the least polite.
Knucklehead henchmen then. Whatever. It's not important. The point is, I want you to use your reputable employees to seize every copy just after it's bought.
That's, next level preposterous.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be tough, but it can be done. Well, it's got to be done.
What about online copies? What about newspapers?
Oh, yeah, well, it's going to be a big job. Okay, I don't deny that.
It's impossible. And I'm going to have to ask you to stop wasting my time.
But...
No, don't speak. I can't handle any more of this whinging and moaning like a girly man.
Racist?
If you're so greedy for money that you, were prepared to sell the intimate details of your history and live with the consequences, I personally don't see anything honorable in publicly documenting your endless complaining. But there's nothing you can do about it now.
That's the problem.
You've had months to, back out of this malicious journey you're on. But you decided to saddle up and get some supplies instead. But now you want to turn back.
Yes. Oh, Godfather, please. Only you can help me now.
The logistics of your idea are a perfect demonstration of the limitations of your mind. But even if it was possible, Your request would go unfulfilled, Harry.
Oh, no fair.
Welcome to reality. Fairness doesn't come into it. Why are some people born with incurable diseases, in poverty, whereas some are born into great privilege, as princes? An unsavory blend of greed, stupidity, and festering bitterness has compelled you down this road. Without one of them, without one of the three, perhaps, you might have seen sense and resisted the urge to go scorched earth.
Well, two of them are a given, and I chose to be bitter.
But now I need to return to some pressing issues of my own. Fredo is causing me problems.
Is he still angry he got sacked from CNN?
Furious. But I thank you for coming to my house today, and for the lovely flowers that you presented to my wife. You've always been a excellently mannered guest.
Oh, well, time to face the music then. Sayonara, Godfather.
Clemenza, give me some aspirin. My head hurts.
That was the video. So if you could please like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell, and leave a comment for the algorithm. Anyone would like to support the channel, there is 2 links in the description box below. Thank you.